Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath. Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
I wish my refund hurry up so I can have a taxitude.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
I'ma be like, let me get 20 on pump 3.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Matter of fact, make it 25, and yes, I would like to donate to the March of Dimes, so ring me up that Coke and candy bar 2 for $2.22 deal where $1 goes to March 2. Oh, and ring these Skittles up for my kid too. And when the cashier tells me to have a nice day, I'm gonna be like, no ma'am, you have a blessed day, sugar.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Pull down my shades like Kim Kardashian, smile like Gabrielle Union.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Flip my bundles like Nicki Minaj and queen out the door like Beyonce.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Goofy face, goofy face, goofy face, heart, 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 muscle, muscle, muscle.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for bath, and time for bath.
Sassy black girl, sassy black girl, sassy black girl, kiss, kiss, kiss. Hashtag so what? Hashtag I ain't shame. Hashtag my money. Hashtag call me taxitude, honey.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio. It's a blast! It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, everybody. It is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom. From the Orlando talk show, comedian Ross McCoy's here. How you doing, Ross?
Hey, guys.
Ross, what makes you decide to shave?
Oh, I was mowing my lawn the other day.
Yeah.
And I sweated out every fluid in my body.
Okay.
It's hot. Yeah, it's hot. Did you see
that.
me have a moment at the door when we were walking back? I had a moment. You probably didn't notice. I had a moment where I was just like, oh, I was like stunned because of my hair and my beard, and I'm wearing jeans and kind of a baggy t-shirt and a hat. It's just too much clothing.
Yeah.
And
it's hot as shit.
I would much rather wear, like today you have on the finest of Tiny Dukes. You have a By My Fingers t-shirt and you are clean shaven. It's got to feel good, right?
And ankle socks, dude.
Tiny socks.
I went all the way.
Yeah, you look good, man.
Maximum skin exposure.
Well, thank you for being here, buddy. Welcome to the show. It is another A Mediocre Time. And is there any business we need to... Let's do the business, because I usually fuck the business all up.
Next week, we're doing a little pinball meet and greet, get together at the studio.
Yeah, very limited.
We're doing these series.
Come at my grand championship, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You almost got it again.
Well, I definitely knocked you out of first place. I have the top 2 spots now.
Yeah. He is just... Ross is just straight fucking that machine up, dude.
The pinball dudes, Andrew, is bringing by like 3 more pinball machines to put in the studio.
Hardest machine we've had, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Pulp Fiction was kind of tricky to make points on.
Yeah, but this is Andrew, pinball dudes, and again, he's going to add extra pinball machines when we do our pinball gathering. This is the Transformers More Than Meets the Eye. That's important to say. It's based on the old cartoon that we. This is me, dude.
Yeah,
that is a Gen X pinball machine. Might as well be made for me. I had the case with multiple levels that you would put your Transformers in. My first Transformer was the red Lamborghini. I forget the guy's name. If somebody would look it up for me. But yeah, dude, that machine. I love that machine.
Pizza Bruno is sponsoring the pizza next week. White Claw is providing beverages for us.
Thanks to Mike B. Thanks to Bruno. If you haven't been to Pizza Bruno in a while, I will say that is my daughter's favorite place to get chicken wings.
Yeah,
I said it.
So basically, you come by the studio, or we're playing pinball, we're hanging out. We may even broadcast live on Twitch. You can sit down on the couch, do a little interview with us. We're just going to hang out, drink, eat pizza, and play pinball. And there are very limited tickets. I'm just promoting it because we kind of put it together last minute. I know people are bitching like 7 days notice.
Hey, I can't come. It's sorry, guys.
Yeah, it was just timing wise, we had to just put it out as quickly as possible. But anyway, this also allows new people to come by that maybe haven't heard about these small events we've been doing to raise some money for our new app and website that is going to be debuting soon.
Nah, it's going to be the same 12 people. It's going to be the exact same crowd that was at the Knights Hall for the.
It was in the same.
Okay, I love those
Yeah,
people.
there was a
That's,
very good
hey,
crowd.
That's totally fine.
That's
I
great.
enjoyed every single person that was there.
If-
So
if me
that
and-
works for me.
I've said this for years. Me and Daniel
Oh, hey,
agree.
what's up, Eric in Dallas?
yeah. We will do the show to a sheik that wants to pay us to do it. One person.
Yeah.
If there was one person that could provide us the income that we make and support our families with right now, we'll do it to one. So we'll do it to the same 12 or whatever, whoever's listening, as long as we can.
Whenever you say chic, it makes me, because you made this comment, I think, to Joe from Fairvilla, who was in here yesterday, about how my memory only works with dumb shit. I have a dumb shit memory.
Yeah.
A DSM, if you will.
Sure.
And when you say chic, was there a condom company called Sheik?
Maybe.
I thought it was like leggings or something, or like pantyhose.
Leggings. I don't put leggings on my cock.
I thought it was a pantyhose.
That was sheer or something.
Oh, okay,
right?
yeah.
I always think the
They're the
Frank
big boy
Zappa album.
The Big Boys Trojan. Then you have what would be under Trojan?
I gotta be honest. I have no idea about condoms. First of all,
Durex. Then you'd have Durex.
I've been out of even thinking of getting into the condom.
I've been thinking
game
about getting
for
back into the game.
20 years.
I want to get back into the game.
There's no reason to.
Skin with a Y is a good one now.
Okay, skin with a Y. I think there was a condom called Sheik. And the one thing that I'm jealous that I never got to do as a young man is wear a lambskin condom. Never wore a lambskin. Always wanted to run a. I don't know, this is how stupid I am. I always thought, I can remember people telling me that the snares on a snare drum, because I'm a drummer, they're like, the original snares were made of cat gut. And the original strings on a guitar were made of cat gut. So then when they said that lambskin condoms were a thing, I was always like, oh, it's just like, it's like the skin of a lamb that you put, like, of course that's going to feel better than rubber on your cock. Some lambskin.
Sheik condoms, named after the 1921 silent film The Sheik, starring Rudolph Valentino. This was the first brand, so you weren't allowed to sell contraceptives, basically. You couldn't sell condoms for birth control prevention. So this guy came out with the Sheik and marketed it for the prevention of disease.
Wow.
And it was, so he's like, it's not a birth control device, it's to prevent disease, see? And
and he said it like that too. That's my gosh, hey?
Hold on. So it wouldn't prevent pregnancy, but
it would, but he just wasn't selling it for that purpose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You couldn't market it that way.
Correct.
All
Well,
right.
you couldn't sell it as a birth control device. That was illegal, so he sold it to prevent disease instead.
I remember being told that a lambskin condom felt better. Like it felt more like, you know,
By a sheik.
a sheik with a sheik.
A sheik told you that.
Yeah.
He was like, lambskin's better.
Lambskin is better. That's my chic voice.
It'd be real good if they made it out of the penis skin of a lamb. So it was the lamb
You're
penis
a
skin.
fucking crazy. My God.
Right? It just had.
So they take a lamb's penis and we put our penis inside their penis? I'm the lamb now.
It's some weird bestiality.
That is really weird.
Why
So-
do they call it lambskin?
Because it's made out of lambskin, Tom. And
Yeah, but that's kind of gross too, right?
Is it really? I thought.
I think it's made out of more of an intestinal organ piece. And I'll
Wait a
look that
minute.
up,
Is
but
it like
first,
the casing of a sausage?
we definitely have to investigate the fact that the ultimate sensation to you is penis skin to penis skin.
Yeah, that's the
Because-
ultimate. That's the ultimate orgasm is to put your penis in another man's penis.
I think the calculus works out that you're trying to do is that it should be made out of sheep vagina, because that is what you
Which is called mutton, I believe.
You would think that, but my wife's
It's a
not
sheep's
gonna
anus.
want a sheep's vagina. And she at least wants a sheep's penis in her
Oh,
vagina.
you're thinking of the ladies' side of it. I see.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a gentleman. This guy's
All
a
right.
fucking
He's
gentleman
a
over here.
gentleman.
He is.
I get it now.
Wow, me and Ross are a couple of scumbags.
I've
We
been
got a gentleman over
outplayed.
here.
No,
Yeah.
No, but think about it. Like,
But I'm serious. Back to the lambskin.
Oh, I'm serious, too.
Well, I thought that that was just a
marketing technique.
like I didn't really think it was actually made from a biological material.
I've always thought it was actual lamb skin.
It's
and
made
then,
of the cecum, part of the small intestine of a sheep.
so hold on. So when a sausage is made, you're using a casing on the sausage. I thought that was made of the intestines. My daughter, I grossed her out this week because I'll get to the point. Because we were making some turkey burgers. I'm making turkey burgers. I played that for her, by the way. Remember my old song, I'm Making Turkey Burgers?
Oh, yeah.
I play that for her, not at one reaction on her fucking face.
Yeah.
And then I say the F word in it, and she's like, why do you have to curse? I'm like, fuck. So anyway, we're making these turkey burgers, and she decided to put sausage in them, like turkey sausage, in the turkey meat. I was like, oh, that's fucking way more brilliant than what I did. And so you have to cut the casing open, and you pull the sausage out. But then you're left with this little dangly foreskin from the sausage.
That's a condom.
And it grossed her out. But yeah, is that a condom? That's my point. Is the casing of, could I gently cut the back end of a sausage, squeeze all the sausage out, and then put that on my cock? And that's a lambskin. It's not a lambskin, but it's a pig skin condom.
Except for the fact it seems like they've, like, you know how you have 18 miles of intestines? It seems like they've narrowed it down to this little bit called the cecum. And that's the best part for it. So you can't. The rest of it goes to your sausages.
Okay, all right.
Seems like a tremendous pain in the ass to the point where how the hell could you even compete against latex companies?
Feels better, dude.
But if you're going through
more natural, it's more natural.
Because it comes from a time before there were latex companies. Before there were latex companies.
Land before time, Littlefoot.
Does it still exist?
Some Stone Age motherfucker was cutting open a sheep and he was like, I bet that bit would fit over the end of my cock and keep me from getting the lady pregnant.
That was top.
Well, that makes sense. But I'm saying, is it still a thing now today?
Yeah, they have them at Target. They have them. Yeah,
so we can buy lambskin condoms right now.
Absolutely, unless as is the case with me, it completely grosses out your.
Ross, would you be willing to don the Tom and Dan video glasses and go buy us lambskin? Remember when we were doing video?
Fire on my Harley.
Remember when we got a pair of video glasses and we're like, "This is the fucking we're going to be the best podcast in the world. We got video goggles."
Here, go buy pig's feet. Oh, look at a first POV.
Now everybody's got those things, the Ray-Ban, metas or whatever they're called.
The AI does mention in the summary for lambskin condoms that they are not vegan. So this is not for you, Tom.
All right.
Oh yeah, your wife wouldn't like that. In fact, she would hate sex with you even more, considering the fact that you're putting a dead animal on your cock.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
So Daniel, you got a new voicemail from a family member.
Yes, I did.
So this is interesting to me because seemingly, and I've known Daniel for a while, right?
Like 30 years, right?
And this is the first time.
25 years?
And yeah, I started interning for Daniel in 2003. And
I haven't heard this, by the way.
Wait a minute. That's right when Drunky the Bear started. I'm starting to put some pieces together here.
Easy.
And I listened to Daniel since 2000 on the radio, and in 26 years.
In the year 2000.
I have no recollection of any family members calling in and showing interest to what he does for a living. So it's very bizarre that it's happened in the past week where two of his distant cousins have started. They're like, oh, he's got a show. Daniel's been doing this 30 years.
My cousins are cool.
Yeah, 30 years, though.
Not to say that my other family members are not cool, but my cousins, notorious. There's not a lot of them left. There's not a lot of the Dennises. I believe that would be the Gary side of the family. I don't think there's a lot of those guys left. That's another last name, not a gentleman.
Right.
Last name Gary. But I don't think there's a lot of those. We're not a hardy people. We die out quick.
How many Dennises are left? Because
Me and Scotty and Dana.
Unless Maisie does the new, hey, I'm not taking the last name.
Yeah.
But then the kids are going to get the dad's last name.
Only if she'll be more powerful than her husband. I know it.
Yeah,
like,
no,
but she'll force him. She'll be like, you take my name, and they're taking my name too, because what I say is go. Because she already bosses me around. I still have the fucking hair and beard, and she does not want me to cut it. Absolutely not. So here I sit. I have not heard this. Do you want to hear this? Is a new voicemail. I believe.
I don't think Tom was done rubbing into the fact that your name's going to die out one day.
I want to keep talking about it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because one day there'll be no more
deserve it. I deserve it.
Yeah, but my son's a fan, strong. One of them's probably gay, but
That's
whatever.
right.
But yeah, I think
they can adopt kids, and that kid gets the name.
Yeah. Well, it could be the husband's name. Like my kids are passive like me; they'll just let their partner run all over you.
I'll be a Malkowitz.
If it's a case where one of your kids takes their husband's name, they probably won't have to worry about the kids.
Anyway,
a lot of people don't think May will get married. You may be right. You may be right.
Genetically, I think one female progeny would beat two male. Like just in statistically, genetically speaking, she's more capable of producing more. I know you're all hung up on the name, which is dumb, made up bullshit, but genetics is the real thing you pass on to the next generation, and a female can pass on a lot more genetic information than I think even two males could.
So
she did get really mad at me because I'm having all this heart tests and everything, and she's like, "Well, hold on," and then Andrea, I believe Andrea on this. Andrea was like, "Well, the hearts in on her side, the swallow side of they're not good either." And Maisie goes, both of you? Like she was like, "Oh God!" And I'm like, "You're fine." I'm like, "You're an athlete. You're fine. You're dancing. You dance 6 hours a day every fucking day."
Do you ever feel the urge to point out to her, if our genetics were like even a little bit different, you wouldn't be you?
That's true.
You'd be somebody else.
I don't think of those things because she melts me, man. Like anything she says, and I'm just like, whatever you say goes, baby. I love you so much.
But you're gonna also tell her, my heart is fine.
It is. Yeah, my heart is fine. My heart is.
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah,
with it.
I did get.
It's my brain.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, your brain. No, I will.
She didn't get that. She didn't get the rotten brain.
That comes later.
Adult onset. You get adult onset rotten brain.
Britney Spears.
Yeah, but like my calcium score is a 0. My heart monitor is fine. I had like whatever healthy people have. And then I did the full echo and all my chambers. There's no enlargement. I got a good ass heart.
Not for me, but Tom and the rest of the listeners. Calcium score of 0 is good.
Yeah. Yeah, it
cool.
is. Like most people have a little something. I got a nothing. The lady's like, "Oh, this is extraordinary." I'm like, "Okay, I'll bring on the bacon." So I have not heard this. I am very much enjoying the fact that I have family members from Virginia calling in. And this is the latest in, I guess it's almost like, you remember that show, Remember When, or This Is Your Life?
Yes.
I'm too old. I'm too young for that show,
right.
Honestly, even at 50. But there used to be the show called This Is Your Life, where they would have a person behind like a sheet cloth, and they'd backlight him, and then they'd like have them say, "Hey, Tom Van, this is your life," and they'd have somebody you haven't talked to in like decades, and they'd be like, "Hello, Tom, do you remember me?" And then they'd be like, "Oh," and they'd have to try and guess them, and
yeah.
So it's kind of like that. So here we go. Sight unseen or unheard. This is my new family member voicemail.
Hey guys, especially Dan. Hey Dan Lee. You talked to my brother today, your cousin Dale. Well, this is Dale's older brother Gary. Don't know if you remember me because I was 5 years older than Dale. But anyway, I'm living in Texas now, and I listened to your show today that Dale called in on it. Yeah, me and Dale were talking about that the other day, man. Your dad and Doug, they were the fucking bomb, man. We love those guys. I wish they were with us today. Funniest fuckers ever.
Oh my God, this is getting me a little bit because true, it's absolutely true. They were funny motherfuckers.
And I wrote you a text today. I don't know if you see it yet, but funny thing is, there, Dan. If I didn't know any better, I think you were Doug's son. You look and sound like Doug more than your father, Dan. Dan was the more serious one, and Doug was the goofball. You're more like your Uncle Doug.
I've never heard that. I've never had anybody point that out. Because I always thought my dad was like super funny, but like, of course, I didn't really grow up with them side by side. We lived in Florida, so all the time that I spent with my dad was separate from anybody in Virginia.
Tom, I know what you're going to say. I got this one. How the fuck do you look more like one identical twin than another?
You know what? To them, it was nuances because they instantly knew the differences more than me because they grew up with both twins, which is really, 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 and like you've said this before, that is such a fucked up, weird thing to do. When you grow up with both of them, you would come to know the differences in both of them.
But you only know your parents usually when they're old.
Right.
Because like usually when you are yourself are an adult, that's when you become friends with your parents. So you don't look at them like them as parental figures anymore, and then you start to get to know them. So, but you're knowing an old version of them, and then like your cousin knew a young version of your uncle and dad, which you are a different person when you're in your 30s than in your 50s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
And you act different. Your personality's different. You probably fuck around more. You're probably more funny or like lean that way.
Yeah.
You know, when you get older, you get a little tired, and then I think you become more serious naturally.
I agree.
And so it's that's it.
My kids are older now. Every once in a while, I put on stilts and spank them just to keep that parent kid thing going.
But the interesting part to me is, as it took these guys 30 years to reach out.
Well, I blame that on me though, man. Honestly, and I kind of said that like last show. I've put a wall up with any of that stuff. You know, after Dad died, that was game over for Virginia for me. I'll just say it. It's not a nice thing to say. I didn't want to talk to anybody from there. It hurt too bad. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to. I just kind of blocked it out. I'm like, I've been invited to a bunch of stuff. I just don't participate because it hurts too bad.
Well, what I'm saying is like they are like, oh shit, like Dan Lee has his podcast, and then they start calling in because that's
I think it's cool.
Like if
it's my fault, right? Because I'm the one that has avoided it.
Yeah, but. What's weird is they found now, like after this, like
when you mean when we're coming in for a lamb,
even if you stopped talking to them 20 years ago, they still you've had a radio show and a podcast,
and they knew
for
of it.
30
They
years.
knew it was on the radio. They knew that.
yeah. But then they never felt compelled to call in and be like, hey, let me start fucking around. Like Ross, if you had a family member and all of a sudden you found out. Like some cousin, like I've got a bunch of cousins, and if one of them had some show or some podcast, and then I'm like, oh shit, like I got a cousin Elliot. He's like, oh shit, Elliot's got
That's
this
a cool name
podcast. He's cool. He adopted 2 kids. Foster
So did Brad
care.
Pitt. So did Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
not cool. Back to drinking, by the way. Back to drinking.
Yeah. He is not.
He said he can have 2 glasses of wine, and he has to be professional about it.
Oh,
buddy.
My uncle is Kai Rizdal. I listen to Marketplace every day.
But I'd be like, oh, shit.
Howard.
And you'd be like, probably if I leave a voicemail, my cousin, this is my cousin, he'll probably play it on the show. And we did. He's right. You do. And then you're like, now I'm a part of this podcast. Like, it's fun to be a part of a podcast.
Oh, I want them to be because they're
really... I've never been a part of a podcast or a radio show outside. I know that sounds stupid.
Yeah, I'm going to walk out of here. What the fuck are you talking about?
Very stupid.
You sound like a fucking idiot right now.
But sometimes...
you were on a radio show for more than 10 years and been on this podcast for almost 20.
I listened to like a fantasy football podcast because I think I have.
You mean a podcast you like?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying like something, and I would never contact them. We've interviewed them on the show. That's what I do. That I'll like interview. I'll interview a podcast or someone that I like listening to.
That's your version of a casting couch, is that you interview a football podcast on your own show.
Yeah. And I get excited about that.
So got any betting tips coming up?
But I'd never call in and leave a voicemail or become like a frequent, even though like they run contests and I'm like, what if they announce my name? And then I think about how excited I'll be. What's there like, and Thomas
Elliot says my name.
I'm like, oh shit, I won. And then I'll be excited for the day. I'll type out like, oh, when I pick up my prize,
Also, my mom, when my mom,
doing anything.
And this is something I haven't thought about for a long time because these are things that like I don't really like addressing, but it's been enough time where I think I can, get past them. But like I wouldn't use a lot of real names and stuff, even on the monsters and stuff when I would tell stories because my mom really didn't want me to, because a lot of that stuff, like it's flying a little too close to the sun. And I would tell some stories, but normally I would keep it pretty vague. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't use like real names or anything because some of those people like Scotty, my cousin, he always listened to the show. He always knew. And Dana, his sister, his sister knew, half sister. It's hard to remember all these things. He continues a little bit.
But anyway, it was a Hoosier and you guys calling. Man, I got a million memories of those guys. But anyway, I was telling Dale, I want to get together and come down here and see you. Best times ever were at Uncle Dan's, Aunt Lucille's, seeing Dan and Doug and you guys.
Aunt Lucille is my grandma. That's who Maisie's middle name.
Okay.
Yeah, so beautiful woman.
Of course, we were all little kids running around then. Now we're all grown-ups and getting older than time. We saw them at the family reunion, right? So anyway, my number, if you want to give me a call, Dan, is
we'll go past that.
238-02.
Hold on.
Oh.
I can tell you, by the way, Dale's 6'5".
Yeah, see, I was right. I told you Dale was he's got a little bit more. I told you Dale's very tall. They're tall, so I didn't get any of this shit. They're tall as fuck. I can remember as a little kid, one of the reasons why I kind of liked them is because they were like tall but nice to me. Because every other tall person was mean to me. You know what I mean? Like they were good tall. They were the good tall, not the bad tall.
You're a mutant compared to them.
That's my little brother. I was 6 foot. But Dale's the calm, easygoing, big dude, and I was more like your dad. Dan, I'm a handful. I tell it like it is. I don't fuck around. I'll kick your ass. Your dad was a mean little motherfucker. I'm the same way. I love Dad. He was the fucking best. But anyway. Talk about bringing back a flood of fantastic memories. Anyway, I'm just rambling on here. But, 425.
Okay. That was the end of it. He gives his number again.
Hey, hang out with these guys.
Yeah, well, you know what? We'll probably do. If they come down, we'll put them on the show. And Scotty reached out to me, my cousin, who I love. I love Scotty so much. Scotty's awesome. He's about my height, and he has a crazy big. Me and Scotty together look like a fucking click and clack. He has a giant white handlebar mustache that curls.
Oh, yeah. That's
you
cool.
want to see some crazy shit? Like, we'll get Gary, and we'll get Dale, and we'll get Scotty, and we'll get everybody in here, and we'll Dennis it up a little bit, I guess. But yeah, thank you for calling, man. Like, again, I haven't thought about this shit in so long, and it's really cool I don't know, it's just cool. It's like really, really neat to be able to hear you, and thank you for calling. Appreciate it.
When you describe the show This Is Your Life, where like you're alone on stage with a presenter and they put somebody behind a curtain and kind of light them from behind, and they're like, do you remember this person from your past? That would be literal hell for me because I wouldn't remember fucking anybody. I never remember them. It's me. Do you remember me?
I always thought. I even thought as a kid. I remember as a kid seeing sometimes you'd catch a rerun or something, and I knew the concept of This Is Your Life, and I can remember thinking, wow, that is a really great idea. But then I was also aware, self-aware enough to know that that could go really poorly.
Right.
Do you remember this? Remember when you were gay and your gay lover? You could literally, dig somebody up that maybe they didn't want to talk to, or something like that. But I don't think that show really was ever skewed for that. I think they were trying to be more like heartwarming and kind of fun.
Probably like everything back then was probably a fucking work, and they knew exactly who was trying.
Yes,
yeah. It was
you're probably
all
right.
Fucking work.
Yeah, and it's with people in your distant relatives. Like it's cool. I went to a old uncle,
old folks home,
and in this last
Tom
year,
likes to play guitar in old folks' homes, like in his off time.
And I say old uncle because my aunt got a divorce with him, but she's still friends with him. And I think I talked about it on the show.
How
but
adult.
I
That's
saw
very adult.
all my cousins, and we met up together over on the West Coast. And it's cool seeing everybody, just like catching up with everybody and like having a beer with them. And then seeing family members you didn't get to talk to for a while. I'm speaking of like I always wanted to do this offshore fishing trip with my uncles, and that's like I'm gonna pay for it as soon as I get a job. I thought about this as a kid. Like,
it's another empty promise.
yeah. As soon as I'll fund the offshore fishing trip with my uncles, and then and I talk about it. I need to just pull the trigger and just plan it one day because it's just like goddamn time is going to run out. Fucking years are going by faster than ever.
I didn't used to think that
about 50, to be September.
50 slapped my ass. 50 hit me like a ton of bricks. 50 has made me rethink a lot of relationships. I'm doing the Real Radio Poker Tournament. I'm going to be in the Real Radio Poker Tournament tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
And I even talked to Russ. That sounds fucking crazy. He sent me an apology letter. I'll just say that. I'll leave it at that because that's between he and I. But it's made me rethink a lot of shit. It's made me think, that reconnecting with family, not being bitter. Not, you know what I mean? Like just, I don't know. Life is, I don't know how much longer I'll have. The heart shit has really scared me too. Getting a clean bill, as of Monday. Or Tuesday actually of this week. So this is all fucking fresh news. And I got my last test results yesterday actually. So it makes you rethink a lot of things, and it makes you want to It makes you want to be. I don't want to be bitter for my daughter and continue to grind an axe down to my knuckles. It's like, Jesus Christ, man, what are you doing?
I'll be 48 in September, so it's good to know I should really focus in on my grudges in the last 2 years I have with them. Like,
and I'm not
48
that guy.
to 50, I'm really going to grind down.
I'm not that guy.
I got
right?
grudges.
I
got a lot of
You
grudges.
go the opposite. You know what? I don't want you to turn. Like, stay who you are. Never change. I like
to write that in his yearbook.
I like putting that. Yeah, I like putting that in someone's high school yearbook. Or you're like, you don't want this motherfucker to ever change.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing.
Yeah.
That will not go well for him.
Anyway,
if he never changes.
Yeah, that was cool. That's really, really cool. But oh man, I bet they do have some stories, because the one story that I love the most, and I'd have to get them in here to tell it, was when WH, the one I talked about last show, my cousin, who he was going to sell a go-kart, and it had a cracked cylinder. The go-kart did, and and they took the go-kart, or this guy came over to buy the go-kart, and my dad and Doug were like little kids, and they walked out with him to to show the guy the go-kart, and the guy got in the go-kart and drove it around and came back, and then I think it was my dad that looked at the guy that was going to buy it and was like, ask him about the cylinder that's cracked. He should tell you about that. Like, just fucked up the whole deal, like as a little kid would, back in the 50s of some sort, or
original
early 60s. Yeah. But anyway, thank you for calling, Gary. Appreciate that, man.
So we'll take a break, but there's a couple things, like we'll do a couple news stories that are interesting. Daniel told me that they believe they found Amelia Earhart's plane.
Oh yeah.
Which
they've kind of had like an inkling, right? But the cool thing about this is that they've ponied up the money and the resources, and you need universities and you need grants, and I believe they're putting it all together, and we're about to get an expedition.
As long as it's not a History Channel show.
No,
because they've burned me too many times.
Well,
I know. They've said this a lot, too. And that's the first thing I told Daniel. I was like, are you sure? Because I've heard this headline so many times, and then it never produces nothing.
The short of the long from what I read is that if they go there, and we'll get into the details when we come back, but if they go there and they actually, if it is what they think it is, and they're pretty positive it is, that they're going to come back in another year with full equipment and full expedition and try to raise it, which would be wild. I mean, that would be absolutely wild.
Also, there's 3 Central Florida suspects that are at large because they are.
Oh shit! Detective Barb's here.
Oh, it's the fat boys, disorderlies.
Because they are robbing niches or niche is in cemeteries, and those are those those square little boxes. They look like little lockers that are in like mausoleums, and people put like cremation remains inside of them or whatever. I guess these people have been going around cemeteries and breaking into them and stealing jewelry and shit that loved ones leaving there. Now, I got a defending a monster take on this. That's
not good. Okay.
But it's like $30,000. I was like, God damn, that's a lot. I did not think.
Oh, you and the boys. Move over fishing. Here comes niches.
That many people left jewelry or any valuables.
That much jewelry.
Yeah,
People are trying to figure
there.
out why you're calling it a niche. Or do you mean a cache?
No, I think like what he's like. They'll build a big when you one of those ones you visit and there's like tons of little doors.
I think Tom was about to say, I ain't never heard this word before. Were you about to say that?
Niche.
Yeah, I've never heard it called that before, but
niche.
that is a word.
Yeah.
And it makes sense in this context. So.
But believe me, that's what it said.
Right.
Nobody thinks you pulled that word out of your ass. Don't worry, Tom. We know.
They're goddamn attacking me, Ross. And now more than ever. And this goddamn Fat Tom Friday has gone out of control.
It's out of control.
Don't let him know he's getting to you. That's what he wants.
No, not fucking EJ. I don't give a shit.
He didn't shave yesterday, and Joe from Fairvilla called him a silver fox, and it blew his shoes off.
All right, well, let's take a break.
All right, look here. The name of the band is, hold on, who is this? This is Zerp. This is the name, the name of the band. The name of the song is The Fountain. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time right after this. 1-844-TOMNDAN if you want to call. show@tomandan.com if you want to email. We will be right back.
A
Chi-Town's #1 rock station, Z159 FM. Your only home for the Hot Tub and Mini Fridge Morning Show and Dump 'em Out Fridays.
Oh, yeah, a hot tub and mini fridge. Keep me cold and hot.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom. So the Amelia Earhart story, I started looking at it in the break, and a lot of news agencies are reporting this as like, hey, this could potentially be the Amelia Earhart find that people have been searching for like, is it damn near 100 years now?
Yeah, 90, right? No,
Yeah.
Right at 90 years.
Some say the Egyptians were searching for her.
You know
With
what?
the pyramids.
I love you, man.
Yeah.
That's funny. The goddamn it, Ross.
And there are not that many mysteries anymore. And I think
No.
that's why
That's why Scooby-Doo had to quit.
Yeah.
He's just killing it today. No, but it's fascinating. I don't know why I find this so fascinating. I really do find this fascinating. The fact that like she went down and nobody like knew what was happening. And I guess the one that really like gets its claws in me is this. I can see if I can say it correctly. Nikumaroro castaway theory.
Mm-hmm.
Researchers found a shattered glass jar on that island, Nikumaroro, that looks identical to containers used for Dr. C.H. Berry's freckle ointment, a real early 20th century cream marketed to fade freckles. It's notable find because Earhart was reportedly self-conscious about her own freckles and was known to use such products. The jar turned up amid heat-damaged glassware near an old campfire site, which researchers think points to her using the glass to boil water that she could consume because she was stranded.
Wow.
Why am I just now hearing that? That's fucking crazy, dude.
All right.
And Tom, you were pointing out, it seems like this story crops up like every couple years.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is the same island where they found her bones in 2018. Because
Right.
I remember that story, and it comes up in the article I read. This is the same island where, like, in 2018, they reported, we found bones we think might be Amelia
The size
Earhart's.
of a woman's,
They're
yes.
about the size. They're
Yeah.
a woman's, and they're about her size.
It could be
So
a dentist. It could be a dentist man or Amelia Earhart.
But it
same
wasn't.
fucking island.
Yeah, and it wasn't her, but they confirmed it wasn't.
No, they're... Now it's just one of the things that's like, it's probably this
They
island.
can't
Now that-
confirm, right? Like, I don't think they can.
They
I don't
had
think
no technology or like evidence.
She took off with her fucking freckle cream, but she forgot her dog tags.
Yeah. Well, see, the fact that she took her freckle cream makes me almost debunk the theory, because when you are flying a 1930s plane around the world for like an achievement that no one else has done or no woman has ever done, and it's like, and you have to.
It was super publicized, though. She'd have been wearing that cream.
But every ounce is, you cannot bring it, because
I don't think they did it like we do it now. I think you're thinking, I think your thought process is sound, but I think they just got in the plane and did it. I don't think they were like, let's weigh everything like no,
I think
this isn't a Leah situation.
He's right.
Yeah,
weight definitely
they weighed
counted,
everything.
and it was a special plane built like to carry extra fuel and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, if you look at her flight path, she's stopping like at a city,
She's just jumping
city to city to
and
city,
doing a press tour,
and at
basically.
every city she
Yeah.
lands, and there's a million motherfucking photographers with
Yeah.
those big old timey flash bulbs, just taking
Amelia, over here.
just taking
media-wise, yeah.
freckle crazy pictures, unless she brings this goddamn cream with
Yeah,
her.
she
And
had
like,
to have her freckle cream, dude.
and
She's
it's not like
self-conscious about it.
she wasn't bringing like, anti-venom to the fucking remote wilderness to save little Johnny or nothing. This was a publicity tour, so it makes perfect sense that she wanted to look good when all these photographs were being
I
taken.
still don't think that no one can convince me that she was weighing everything to the ounce on that plane. I just don't think they did it like that.
Well,
I think they did it a little more Tom Van. Like, you can bring your freckle cream. You're good.
well, there was another person, her navigator, on the plane with him.
Old Joe.
It was like Bob Noonan or something like that. And I'd be bitching if I saw that freckle cream, and I'll be like, what the fuck? Like,
You throw it out as your
every ounce weighs fuel, which one of the theories is she ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean, and another being that she
I think my dad
stranded.
had an anti-woman joke about that at some point. About like, of course he ran out of fuel.
But you know what? She died freckleless. And that's what's really important.
And it's Purdue, I think Purdue University and their Archaeological Legacy Institute are sending a team to Nikumaroro Island in the Pacific. They're sending it on October 7th, my wife's birthday. and they're chasing the satellite image of an anomaly that they think is her Lockheed Electra.
It is so crazy in a world where we know everything about everything and we know all the answers, that there are still like super vast stretches of this world that we still like. We know kind of what's in there, but like in the rainforest, like it never been totally explored because it's so big, and like most of the ocean, and like there are islands that go uninhabited for like forever, and then it just
How many episodes of Joe Rogan did you listen to?
He loves it.
Well,
Look at him.
He knows it all, Ross.
He loves it.
He knows it all.
Get him on the, what are those giants? The Kandahar Giants?
Oh, my God.
Have you, like,
He
Tom
hosted Fear Factor.
Oh, Tom's crazy about the Giants, and then how the government captured one of the Giants, the Afghanistan Kandahar Giants. Have you read that?
I listened to that episode, and then once you tie that into the Olmec heads, it's crazy.
Oh, it's wild. It's wild.
crazy.
It's Attack on Titan kind of shit, right? It's crazy.
Well, because we want, you know how I tell my wife all the time, I would love to see something
Blowjob.
supernatural. Yeah, well, that too. Ghosts are more realistic at this point. But I'll be like, because it would be like, holy. First, I think I have a brain tumor. It'd be impossible to convince me what I'm seeing is real. So I don't even know what I want. But if there was something supernatural, I'd be super excited because I'd be like, oh shit, I didn't know. Like there's like some mystery and some crazy shit that's actually real.
Like if a guy walked in, he started shooting fireballs out of his hands and levitating, you'd just be looking for the strings and the fucking little tube coming out of his hands.
Well, then I'd be like, oh, did Ross give me goddamn LSD? Because I looked out of my coat.
Him, man.
Every time I pee, I come back, I'm like, is there weed in here?
I'm going to waste my LSD on you.
I don't know.
But I think that's fascinating. You also think about, it makes me think about these other, this became a thing for a while where you'd have like rich men would build or buy experimental airplanes, and then they'd go out flying them, and then they'd disappear. And then it would be, and that blew my young mind because I was like, what do you mean they disappear? We know the land. We have the ability to fly over all land. You will see every plane that has crashed. That just makes sense to me. And that's just not the case.
Yeah.
I don't know how many there are. I can probably look it up with AI, but there are dozens of rich men that are lost in the land.
Yeah.
Experimental aircrafts blew up.
Like
Absolutely.
5 years ago, a jumbo jet disappeared, and we still don't know. We still haven't found it.
No, they finished Lost. It was just purgatory.
Smoke monster.
No, but that
Fuck
jet,
you, Hurley.
where they think the pilot just fucking flew endlessly into the ocean and it crashed, and there was no evidence of it. And they looked for that shit for a long. They're still looking for it.
Yeah.
And they gave up because that's how big the goddamn Earth is, which is crazy how small we are relative to the fucking even our own solar system and the our galaxy. Is crazy to think how small we are.
Shit, you listen to Rogan and Neil deGrasse Tyson in the same
It's hard.
day?
Well,
Yeah,
there's no effort between
You know what's
both
crazy?
of them.
He does left ear, right ear. It's wild. Yeah, that's how powerful his brain is.
That'll make you see ghosts.
Yeah, he does left ear is Rogan. Is it left ear Rogan and then right ear
Two
is
separate
Neil?
AirPods connected.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No one's ever done that.
Yeah,
Two
he does it. You
podcasts
do it
at
when you're
once.
jogging, right? Like he jogs Saturday mornings. He
Dude.
does. He's ultimate bro in one ear and it's nerd in the other.
Oh, DMT is nothing compared to that.
I'm trying to see how many. Yeah, I mean the ChatGPT is just giving me dozens and dozens of lost planes.
So if they find the actual plane, which I don't see why they couldn't. It's still.
It's right up there with Titanic, right?
I guess maybe even a plane, it would still be some remnants, even if it was underwater or whatever. But you would think, but who knows? I mean, it could totally rust out to nothing.
Think how much
But-
freckle cream's down there.
But any relics of Amelia Earhart and actually proven to be Amelia Earhart, what is that worth? It could be sold to auction for millions, right? Like Amelia Earhart's freckle cream,
Freckle cream jar.
Yeah.
That she boiled water in to try to survive.
It's, I mean, you can't even put. It's priceless.
Absolutely.
Like imagine you found her cap or some other pieces of her plane, like. It could be, I'm sure it'd go to.
Did you call it a
museum.
cap, like an old man? Like, don't forget your cap,
We had
Chad.
the leather flying caps back then,
No,
right?
I know, but just to hear you say cap, I didn't even know you knew what a cap was. I was like, oh my god.
This leather like flying
Aviator,
cap. Aviator
I
cap.
guess an aviator cap. I'd say aviator hat. I think you're correct in this term.
But
she actually she couldn't. The weight wouldn't allow her to bring her cap. She brought her brushes instead.
And how come we don't know the name of Bob Newhart or whatever you called him?
The
Noonan,
navigator.
Bob Noonan.
Bob Noonan.
Um,
Is he related to a friend of ours?
Because she was the story, the first woman to fly around the world. And
yeah, but if she's got a man with her,
yeah. What
First
is he
dude
doing? He's telling her where to go.
First dude to navigate a woman around the world. That's pretty good.
I agree.
Imagine
look at where we are now. He paved the way for all of us to tell our wives what to fucking do.
Imagine how much bitching he heard.
Oh my god.
Anyway, that it would be interesting if that was solved. Although it's kind of nice to have a mystery still floating out there.
You
like
took it right out of my mouth. Yeah.
So if they solve it, it's like because everything else, like all the dumb supernatural shit of the Bigfoot and Loch Ness monster and all
Ghost
that
hunters,
all that dumb shit is like that's solved in my opinion. It's fucking nothing. And then
that guy on his deathbed, he admitted it.
And then like for whatever reason, like even the jumbo jet, I mean that had I don't know how many over hundreds of passengers or whatever. And then like the fact that we never, but it's kind of like we know it didn't based on radar and the current technology, or like it had to have, I think so they have narrowed it down to it had to have gone in the ocean. So it's kind of like, yes, we haven't found it, but it's essentially 90% solved. And this
our buddy Ryan hit a really good one. DB Cooper.
I was gonna say DB Cooper when Tom finally shut the fuck up. But yeah, you guys are.
DB Cooper said like Bob Noonan.
Yeah, although with DB Cooper, it's like I've never been that curious about that one.
Why?
Yeah.
I could see you. In fact,
because
you
they
kind of
know-
look like the sketch. Have you looked at the sketch? You look like a
You
young
don't
DB
not
Cooper.
look like DB Cooper.
You look like DB
Yeah.
Cooper.
Because they know that he jumped out and what area he jumped out.
Yeah.
It's just they don't know what happened after that.
They
So-
found some of the bills in a river.
Okay, yeah.
Did you know that? Some of the bills have been, and then the rest has never been found or spent. Because if it comes through, like a bank that scans serial numbers at a certain point, they'll know, this is DB Cooper bills, but it never been found.
So the evidence leans heavily toward he just died in the wilderness and disintegrated along with the money or whatever. Like after a while, everything just disappears to bones.
I mean, the money could still be out there covered somewhere, right? I guess.
And
if
then
it were...
animals scatter bones and shit, and like it becomes really unlikely to ever find.
Do you want a fucking mystery or not, Tom?
Well, I'm saying that's how we're grasping at mysteries here.
Yeah.
Like, and that's and
that's a good title for a show.
Oh yeah,
grasping at mysteries.
I like it.
And it would be a shame that this one finally gets solved. It's like, okay.
Are there any other big ones we're missing? I think
I'm
I
sure
don't
that-
think there are many though. I think you're kind of right.
There's a lot of science mysteries. I asked ChatGPT. I was like, "What mysteries are there?" There's a lot of dark matter and how life forms. A lot of the universal universe mysteries that are out there. But as far as like on our planet Earth mysteries, I got a lot of them that were mysteries are not really like. Remember that was an obelisk or
the niche, the obelisk.
Remember that thing in it was in Arizona out in the desert,
and there were multiple ones of them that people found, and then we knew there was like some artist that was doing that.
Yeah. It was just It was like and then they're like weird, like pyramid like structures found in the rainforest every once in a while where like, and then there's stuff that like, speaking of Joe Rogan and other things, like people are like, this scientist believes there were a human civilization that predated anything we've ever known before like 30,000 years or some crazy shit like that. But then it's like you read the headlines and you read it and you're like, oh, it kind of makes sense. But you're like, is this accurate in any way? It's impossible to know unless I spend a lot more time.
There's supposedly 8 giant metallic columns underneath the pyramids by this new scanning technique. Is it really not? Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
There's no way to tell it.
They know. We don't know.
There's no way to tell
How
it.
do we prove it?
Is this article accurate? I mean, I guess you'd need.
Is this real world-changing news information? Or is it just some shit some dude typed out onto 4chan?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And AI will scrape all of that. And it'll
Absolutely.
convince you. Hey, thanks for calling A Mediocre Time. Who's this?
It's your boy Cadillac Pat.
Hey, what's going on, Pat? How are you, buddy?
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
We're good. We're
Hey,
good.
what about the 2 guys that escaped from Alcatraz and they never found those guys either?
See, yes, that
the
is
Clint Eastwood movie was
Yeah.
it, right? Yeah. I remember watching that as a kid, and I was terrified of that movie for some reason. I don't know why.
So the only reason I don't put it up there as far as a mystery is that there are really just two explanations to what happened, and none of them are that interesting. One is they drowned, seriously, and the other is they just got away and assimilated into society,
and then died a natural life,
and then lived their life out.
They died from,
they could have been eaten by sharks.
yeah, exactly. You know, so they either died or made it and just like blended into society, and you're kind of like, okay.
Became a dishwasher, smoked 3 packs a day, died of cancer.
Yeah.
I think they were in Argentina, they said, or something. That was one of the theories.
Yeah, I've heard that one.
Yeah. And so it's like, it's not really as captivating as the Amelia Earhart for whatever reason, or, because, like, did she just die in impact in the ocean? Did she live for a small period of time on a deserted island like we see in the movies, Which it turns out, like, from Tommy's been he's been hammering the series alone. And,
really?
Yeah. I think it's because he got into fishing, so he's like got into outdoors.
You should take him out and camp with him primitively.
Nude,
both of you nude.
I said there's survival courses here in Florida. We should take one because
no, but don't take that one. Take one of those Joe Rogan alpha male courses. You're like, you maggot!
Is that rifle coffee? No, I'm not drinking it. I don't know what that is.
Don't look into my eyes! Don't look into my eyes! You're weak! You're weak! This is why your wife thinks you're a fat slob, you piece of shit!
But from watching alone, it is extremely difficult to live off the land only with only a small amount of survival tools. Like it's like next to damn near impossible. Like even if you bring out 10 experts and they've trained for this for months, they fucking give up and they can't do it. And they're just losing weight to the point where it's just starvation. How long can you starve for?
My favorite one was this dude. They marched him out into the goddamn Alaskan wilderness, and he was like the man at all this. He built a lean-to, right? He started fishing. He's smoking fish. He gets his lean-to all full of fish. He's got a big stack of wood. He's like, all right, I'm all set for the winter. And they cut to him sitting in the door of his little lean-to, stock full of fish, and he goes, I can't fucking take it. This is too boring. I'm out.
Yeah.
I like that.
It was so good.
I love boredom. Boredom is great.
He was sad. He had all the fish he fucking needed, all the wood he needed.
Yeah.
He couldn't take it inside his own head. He had to fucking believe it.
I think
we're not meant to be alone.
Brendan O'Connor of the Orlando Shine, I think he was at his dad's primitive cabin. It's a real cabin. It's not like the cabins I go to in North Georgia. This is like, you go there, there's an outhouse, you don't have power, and I think he has mentioned before that when you go there, it's great. But after a while, it is, you are there. You are isolated. It is a different type of living, just the mentality of living around nothing.
Yeah, well, human beings survived for, tens of thousands of years because we were all together, helping each other, communal animals, and that's ingrained in our DNA where we are by ourselves. We feel like, oh shit, this is emergency.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, help.
I need people around me, And,
I don't know. I watch Sons of Anarchy. Sometimes you got to patch Lone Wolf.
No, there are. And from watching alone, like the guy who won the season, like they told him, they're like,
how do you win? Because I don't watch the show. Can you explain it?
Yeah, the last person to basically say, I can't take this shit anymore.
Yes,
okay. And how long do they typically go for, just to give me as a non-viewer an idea?
Like 3 months.
Months and months.
So
wow, so this is I would imagine, well, maybe not. Is it an expensive production because they're having to film it for that long?
No, because
they
drop them. They just do their own camera work. And they come check on them like every week, right?
They give medical checks.
Towards the end, they start giving them medical checks.
Has anybody died?
No, because they have an emergency walkie-talkie they could tap out at any time.
Yeah.
So if they can't take it anymore, or they're hurt, they can call in medical support. And it's like the rescuers are only 20 minutes away, or they can come in by helicopter.
And is it still like current show, like it's on now, like new season?
I think it's on Netflix, and
it's kind of timeless because they're out in the fucking woods. There's no mentions of like anything current ever, so like you can watch it. It's kind of timeless.
Gotcha.
And they do it a lot of times in Alaska and Pacific Northwest, but they've done it in Australia. The hot one, it seems worse because of the bugs.
Yeah, bugs kill. Bugs ruin everything.
Although I'm sure they tell you they take bugs over cold because it gets cold frozen. You know what I'm saying? Like when winter comes, everything's just frozen, and and they're freezing to death and starving the whole time.
Grady Seasons in the chat room mentions the mystery of Billy the Kid's death as another big mystery legend.
Some guy shot him.
Well, not according. I think the movie Young Guns 2 is based on the theory that when they did meet up, that the guy somehow allowed Billy to escape because there was somebody that I believe, I think I'm bastardizing the whole legend, but there is somebody that died within the correct time period that on his deathbed claimed to be Billy the Kid, and that the guy that shot Billy the Kid had made a pact and he let him go or something.
I forgot about Young Guns 2 theory.
I fucking love Young Guns 2, dude. Young Guns 2 is I fucking love that movie.
Star power in that film.
I loved that movie as a kid. Man, it made me want to be a cowboy.
You know what gets me, and I ruin every...
You know what really grinds my gears?
I ruin every conspiracy theory for myself with this line of thinking. Is that like... So Epstein, right? You know who
I'm on the list.
And so it's like when he died in prison from hanging himself after
with the camera not working, with one of the guards sick, with the other one not paying attention.
And with he tried one time and then he didn't, it was unsuccessful, and then they're like, oh, he tried to kill himself, and then you were like, oh, well, for sure they would do like
they'll button that down.
Yeah. Like, oh shit, imagine, and then he does it like 2 weeks later, and then it's just everything about it fucking stinks like someone had him killed, especially
they release a video. It's got the part where he kills himself cut out of it.
Cut that part out.
Yeah. And the amount of rich people and powerful people in the world that have fucking been going
want
to him.
Yeah,
they want him talking about shit.
Don't want him talking about it.
It makes perfect fucking sense. And that's one that I was like, when that shit happened, I was like, oh yeah, this seems fucking real. Like, it seems not crazy to think about. Like, someone had him killed, right?
You want to give you a crazy one? I'm sorry, go ahead.
So this is what kills it for me. But then I'm like, yeah, but there's a fucking bunch of employees of that prison and shit, and a lot of people want to find out the truth and are investigating anybody who worked there.
You could be the hero.
And then I was just like, they for sure, like, if there was something at all where any of the correctional officers, and a lot of these guys don't make that much money, and it's like, it would be, or anybody in the warden of the prison, how like there's video cameras and
you could be the hero whistleblower, right?
Well, like some sort of, with the amount of people that think this is a conspiracy theory, probably researched every type of way that someone could have snuck into the prison facility and I guess strangled them to death without getting caught, and like they probably determined like, there's nothing here. There's no way to, how can anybody do this? Like, everybody works there. Like, how can you keep that much of a secret and get that many people to not, tell? Like,
and this is what you do for every single conspiracy theory.
Well, it's just like,
there's no way anybody could ever keep any secret because too many people are involved.
He does do a
the Hell's Angels knew.
Yeah, a lot of people like, oh, there are too many people around, because you would have to button them all up.
All you have to do is keep it a secret for like long enough for everybody to stop caring, though, because like eventually everything does come out. And there are conspiracies that have happened in the world where knowledge was occluded from the general populace. This happened, Tom. You can't deny it's never happened.
No, I know.
So the fact that it has happened proves that it can happen, and your whole "it could never happen" theory is bullshit.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, a lot of people were probably investigated.
All right, let's get crazy with Epstein though, because here's the crazy part: is that there is you can find this on the internet, Google or DuckDuckGo or however you want to search up your crazy conspiracy theories. To bring up 4chan for the second time this episode. On 4chan, there was a guy who came in before Epstein's suicide was released, came on 4chan and like posted a thread like, hey, I work at the prison where Epstein's being held, and I think they just smuggled him out. And then like later that day, hours later, they announced that he committed suicide, right? And then later, as part of the Epstein files, they were able to track this guy down. He was a fucking security guard at the Epstein jail. They were able to track him down because they started investigating the emails and shit. And then here's the really crazy part, and this is my favorite part, and I love it so much. Epstein had certain emails associated with him, right? One of those got tracked to, I think it was an Xbox Live account, right? And so this was like 3 months ago.
Follow me, Mediocre Dan.
This is like 3 months ago. Somebody on the internet, I mean, it may have been Reddit or something. I think it was Reddit Fortnite or something. Somebody posted, hey, Epstein's Fortnite account just logged back in from Israel. And that was in fact the case. This email that had a Fortnite account linked to it that was in one of Epstein's emails went live in Israel like 3 months ago. And then like once that news broke, it was big for like 1 second, then it all went away. just all disappeared.
So Epstein likes young girls and Fortnite.
He likes playing Fortnite, dude. He
so-
logged in to get the Sabrina Carpenter skin.
Yeah, he wanted the Deadpool skins.
Go ahead, say it could never happen because too many people have to be involved. When you're talking like nation states level of wealth, they get shit done. They get shit done with money.
But then you got the coroner and the process of the jail processing a dead body and then like transferring it over to the county or whatever the fuck, and then like a hospital employees. And
You're
all
talking like $15 million in bribes. Nothing.
Yeah,
literally nothing.
But they've shown that bribes don't do anything. Like, it's hard. Like, people then end up telling people shit, and you can't keep anybody quiet. I don't know. It's just hard for me to, like, elaborate conspiracy theories. I'm like, fucking people, you can't trust anybody. Who would you trust, Ross? Who would you trust?
I don't have nation state levels of wealth, dude. I don't have like murders to cover up. I don't have to trust nobody.
Yeah, because you tell these people tell their wives, they get drunk at bars. This is how criminals get caught all the time, like fucking
from leaks and informants, who find out information.
And then like the government can't trust the human beings to be quiet about nothing.
Do you believe in the mafia? Do you believe there's organized crime in America?
Yeah, but it's a lot less than we think.
Okay, but it exists and it happens, and you agree that they don't get drunk and go to the corners and be like, I killed a bunch of guys today for the mob. They manage to keep that under wraps. Why? Because their lives are on the line, Tom. If you are part of the Epstein cover-up and you start blabbing about it, you become the next fucking cover-up. They take you out, dude.
Do you want the details? In documents released as part of Epstein's files, there's a real email showing a $25.95 V-Bucks.
Fortnite currency.
Yeah, Fortnite currency purchase.
Imagine Epstein playing.
I think he did.
Fortnite.
I think he did. I think he's
this motherfucker.
He did, Tom. That's in the emails.
No, he did play Fortnite, dude. Because his handle was Lil St. James J.
Yes.
Or no, Little St. Jeff 1.
That's what
Little
it was.
St. Jeff 1.
Like thinking to himself, like, oh shit, I've done some fucked up shit that they're coming down, and there's some powerful people that'll fucking kill me if they find out. Like,
I gotta blow off some steam with a quick game of Fortnite. I'm a builder, not really a shooter as much.
You're like, I'm gonna put on a banana suit in my avatar.
Talking on them.
I gotta complete these John Wick challenges.
I'm squatting on someone's face.
The official Fortnite status account explained that after Little St. Jeff 1 surfaced in the released documents, an existing player simply renamed their own unrelated account to the name, basically a troll cashing in on the attention.
That was the cover-up, but there was no way for that to actually happen. That's what they're saying. There was like a good 24-hour period where they didn't have an answer for it, and then everybody was like, holy shit, Jeffrey Epstein's. And it turns out that wasn't, there's no way to do that because he would have had to vacate the name for that to happen. There's no way for it.
They're saying it was a copycat account. This is just what they're claiming.
I understand.
And they're saying, but he did receive a ban in 2013. And the V-Bucks purchase was real. So he got a Fortnite ban, and he did purchase $25.95 of V-Bucks.
The thing they're saying about the copycat name couldn't be possible, though, because it was the email that was linked to Jeffrey Epstein's account is all bullshit that they released after the fact to cover up.
I will say, if a conspiracy theories, though, I would believe that they killed him more than they smuggled them out. Because, again, they'll be like, this motherfucker can't be out of the world. Like, what if he, does... we don't need him existing anymore because of the shit.
Yeah, you served your purpose. Goodbye.
So I would believe murder more than they
I think he
smuggled
might
them
be in
to
Israel putting the skins on in Fortnite crazy. He's waiting for that new Gears of War to come out.
Then, I'll be mad if he started playing Fortnite under his email address.
Can you imagine?
We told you not to fucking do it.
But I love Fortnite. Like, what if me and Maisie are playing Madden against somebody and it's Epstein?
But okay,
that's crazy.
Just to play reverse Tom and to do the opposite of what you do, where you did just it all doesn't make any sense. I'll make it make sense. What if his whole business model was acquiring information and then using it to blackmail people? Right? Do we agree on that at least? That seems to be
something like that.
It seems correct.
He seemed to hobnob with the rich and famous in order to acquire some sort of information about them that he could use to blackmail them later.
He could lean on them.
So what if he had some kind of black box situation, like your classic movie trope, where he had like dude in Switzerland with an envelope whose whole job is if Jeffrey Epstein comes up dead, you mail this letter out.
Oh, it's the whole
Or
thing.
he
If I die,
has a phone number he has to call every 24 hours, and if he doesn't, the letter goes out, and everybody's secrets are spilled. The whole fucking tea is
You know,
spilled.
I've always loved those. I've always loved having one of those. Like you just have the guy with the envelope and just release the file.
See, that okay? Yes, that's
And that also
very-
explains
but-
why, like Jazan, I couldn't say her name to save my life, but she got treated pretty well too.
Oh, the girl.
Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah,
meet fucking Trump.
Although nowadays it feels like that people are like, whatever, I can clean up whatever bullshit comes out and discredit it or whatever.
Yeah, they're sending the wolf, dude.
No, there is no secret that's damaging anymore because
not like it used to feel like.
Because you could discredit anything, even with fucking evidence. Now you could.
Well,
put
digital
out,
evidence is way different.
Yeah, you could put out
Yeah.
so much shit to influence the world if you have enough money that it doesn't even matter.
They could have video of you doing whatever, and you just say AI.
Yeah.
And you're
No,
done.
yeah,
That's all you have to say.
That for
Yeah.
10 years at
Like
this point.
everything can be like manipulated in the media and perception, and the fact that no one cares that much and everybody's busy with their own bullshit. That everybody's
Well,
just
we've been
like,
lied to too
yeah,
now,
you're
right?
just like, okay, whatever.
So there's
I
a
gotta-
mistrust in the media, so it doesn't even matter what you report. We're already skeptical to anything that's being said.
Today's conspiracy is brought to you by Bearcat. Bearcat, it'll get you thinking.
BDM 420, a promo code.
Yeah, save some money when you're thinking up your conspiracy
I was
theories.
having a Bearcat after I did some yard work. Delicious.
It's so good. It's good.
And it got the little THC kick. I was like,
mellows you
yeah.
out.
You know.
I'm in it for the mushroom energy blend myself personally. That's what I like. But yeah, that's all good too.
So going back to this muesli.
But real quick, before we, I'm going to bring in on Monday.
Yeah.
I will bring in to put the mystery back in Tom's life. I have from the 80s Time Life's Mysteries series. You remember when they used to advertise that on
Dude,
TV?
I always wanted these. You have these?
I bought it at a yard sale one time, and it's great. I've read it so many times. There, you got your classic ghosts and ghoulies and goblins and shit.
Okay, all right.
And then like my whole favorite section is stuff alleged to have been mined up in coal. You know, like so there's a coal miner and he's like mining and he pops his chunk of coal out, cracks it in half with a hammer, living frog.
Oh yeah,
There's a mystery for you.
There's a tree stumped one too. I see on
Same
Facebook.
thing. Coal miner, mining coal, right? Mining coal, lump of coal falls out, hits it with a hammer. There's a spark plug in the fucking middle of it.
Yes,
Great mysteries in that book, dude.
Yeah, see, those are the type of mystery. The tree. There's another coal miner one. We should talk about coal mining
There's
mysteries on
a
Monday.
whole chapter on
I
coal
didn't
mining
know
mysteries.
this was a thing.
Yeah.
Coal mining mystery.
That's because you never read the Time Life book in the
Didn't
80s,
have
dude. You
it.
fucking missed out.
Didn't have it.
I saw this on the internet. There's the photo of coal miner standing on a petrified tree stump underground. And then they're like, it's like an old timey picture of it, and they're like, coal miners found this tree stump in like the early 1900s, and they have no idea how it become underground in the fucking middle of surrounded by coal. And then I was looking at it, and I was like, is this again? You're like, is this
my
real?
God. You had a bear cat. You just got done with yard work. You're staring at the tree stump.
And then I read the article.
Your algorithm is easing you in, Tom.
And then I was like, do I have the time to start going down
Time
a
life.
rabbit hole
The time
of
life.
research? And then which articles do I even take as fact, or which is fucking just stories of entertainment? I
Oh,
don't
Tracy added one. Tracy says, what about the town that is burning underground still to this day?
Centralia, Pennsylvania,
Oh,
they
yeah.
lit the coal mine on fire, and like they had to, the whole town got evacuated. You can't go to it.
know. It's
and
still burning.
yeah, Alex Luchin went to it like a year or so ago, and like the coolest part is like people go and just graffiti the fuck out of everything, and the whole town, top to toe, is just graffiti. It's awesome.
It's just weird.
Well, can you see any of the burning, or is it
Yeah,
way
absolutely.
way
There's
deep?
seams like in roads. There's all kinds of. It's so fucking dangerous because like literally the entirety of the ground underneath you is on fire, and anything could cave in at any time and drop you into just a burning pit of literal hell.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But that's not really a mystery because they know what started the fire. It's just like a coal mine has been on fire.
We should
for
set them
goddamn
all on
decades.
fire. That's cool.
But yeah, the coal mine mysteries, that's cool.
There's like a natural
Let's
gas.
change the name of our show to that. The Coal Mine Mystery.
There's a natural gas discharge in Russia that, like, in the Soviet era, they're like, we set on fire, we disperse, and it's still fucking burning today. Like, there's a lot of that kind of stuff.
Oh, and then sprinkle on a little Chernobyl dogs, and we got a show.
Yeah.
So
I've always wanted a Chernobyl dog.
They seem cool.
Somebody should make a really spicy hot dog that's called that.
So
write that down.
I said I was going to talk about this segment about the people that have been robbing these like
niches,
which is basically
Isn't that the name of one of your fish?
It's like
that's Nika.
Oh, sorry.
In cemeteries, the mausoleum part of it, where they have like actual caskets.
Mausoleum.
I
was going to let that one slide.
Yeah,
that was just for the chat.
Mausoleum is like mausoleum is like closer to Mussolini.
It's where you bury a cow.
Yeah. Oh my God, Bazooka Joe, everybody.
God damn it!
You're killing me today, dude.
Anyway, they're the tiny locker-sized boxes that people put cremation remains in.
Yeah.
And these are what these 3 Central Florida from Orange County. They said they got their mugshots up. But they're like still at large, and apparently they think they have robbed a lot more. They just have evidence that they took like $30,000 worth of jewelry and valuables from these little lockers. Which I was like, I thought they were locked, and apparently, I guess maybe throughout time, they become easier to break into.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then I was like,
I thought they were sealed. I didn't think it was a lock. I thought once you put you in there, they just seal you up, and you'd have to destroy it to get in there.
It seems to me.
Why lock it? Why are you going to go in there?
Like leaving valuables in with your dead relatives.
That's an old person thing.
I've never experienced anybody do this.
I think it's an older generation thing. I think it's become less popular because of grave robbers.
Yeah, you like bury Mima with her wedding ring or whatever.
Yeah.
I could see it being, but like in today's day and age where like Tom, you don't believe in ghosts. Yeah, it seems dumb as fuck.
Also, a lot of people are, they're opportunists. Their parents died, and they're like, hell yeah, gravy train, keep their shit.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like it seems like a kind of a waste to leave their watch or valuable jewelry.
Not if you think they need it when they get to heaven. That's where kind of Ross was going.
Also, you hear
that's
stories.
A weird
for you.
But
if you believe in God, it may not be.
You hear stories of like a mortician with a drawer full of fake watches, and when a nice Rolex comes through, he fucking throws a fakeie on there and puts his
But if you like truly were a person of God and that's all you believed, like in your heart, it's not weird. But it's only weird to you.
So this is what I kind of want to talk about. Yes, it is weird to me, but also it should be weird to them because, okay, you're in heaven. There's no need to have your earthly watch, your possession with you, unless you feel like
The Egyptians did it, right?
Oh,
they would fill that sarcophagus just full of gold, and they'd bury him with their cat.
Yeah, and their slaves and everybody. All horses.
Can you imagine? Like your pharaoh dies, and you gotta be buried alive too.
Well,
it's gonna be a fuck fest in there for a while until we all die.
This is happening in 2026. I was like, it's bizarre to me.
Yeah, I agree.
That
who's burying someone with their wife and kids in 2026?
Well, you leave the jewelry there now, and then
or is it? It could have been happening in like 1912. And that's what the graves that they're robbing.
And how far do you want to go? Like, why bury them with clothes on? Open casket, just have grandma's titties out.
Well, they're cremated. These are they're not under graves or there's the caskets. This is just cremation lockers.
I don't think you were supposed to be cremated. I don't think you were allowed. When my parents are cremated, there were pretty strict rules about like it's just the body. Like they weren't going to cremate my dad with his watch on or with a hat on.
Well, and they don't. They put like Tom's little niche. They put the cremains in there, and then they'll put the rings and shit like around the
ceremonially,
urn, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that's what I'm wondering. It's like, what does that? Is it just like the feeling of, hey, this is this person's things?
It's emotional,
and they're like near. So it's for obviously they're. So when they visit, they know. Do they open it up when you go and visit? And they also said lots of people stop visiting over a long period of time, and they don't even know that their shit is gone. And that's why
that's probably for the best.
Right? And then they're
that's why it's a victimless crime. You were about to say.
Okay, so
these people are stealing to help people that are alive. Robin Hood.
Out of all the robberies that you're stealing from people, if you're
not pistol whipping a grandma that owns a corner store.
If this is on a spectrum, this is on the low end of personal robbery spectrum,
like purse snatching. Worse.
Yes. Yeah.
This is right above stealing pain pills out of somebody else's cabinet.
Armed robbery in the street or in a gas station.
Worse. Yeah, way worse.
Way worse.
This is almost to the point of lowest personal theft. Is there a lower version of this that's less or like more of a victimless crime.
Stealing from your company, like that you work for, that's shitty.
Yes, that's low, but that's a company. I'm saying person to person, because like stealing from companies, I was like someone embezzled. Like it's different too if you embezzle from someone got arrested recently for embezzling from like United Way or like a nonprofit.
Oh.
That's worse than embezzling from Walmart.
It
we
is.
all agree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then like the people that take the money.
Hold on, because Walmart has stockholders.
no. But you understand what I'm saying? But like then it's the person to person theft that's the most fucked up, I would say. Like just
Violent theft is probably tip top.
Yeah, of course. But like stealing someone's shit from their car or whatever, like that's fucked up. Stealing someone's stuff that they're dead and their loved ones mean to leave it inside the locker
Well, let me give you
forever,
one.
right? Or maybe they think they're storing it for a long enough time they'll take it to resell it in a hard time.
I can give you a real Orlando one.
Better storage options.
I can give you a real Orlando one that ties into Ross. On the Orlando Reddit, I think there was a person whose mother died. She was a photographer for like an entertainment photographer, and she took pictures of a lot of really famous rock bands like Lynyrd Skynyrd and Tom Petty, and people that are, I think, connected namely with Florida. And she went to what was that thing? Vintage Con? What was the thing?
Thrift Con.
Thrift Con. She went to Thrift Con.
I saw this thread.
Yeah, and saw all of her mother's belongings.
No, she saw photos they posted
Yes.
after the fact.
Yes.
And was like, holy shit, that dude is thrifting a bunch of stuff that came from my mother's storage unit that
Correct.
got auctioned off.
Yes.
Like historic photos of like classic rockers, like Dan was saying.
So they didn't even know that this stuff was gone, really, until they saw the photo. So it's kind of like what you're talking about, right? It's like you find out later that your stuff or your mom's stuff rather had been stolen, or not stolen, had been bid on and bought legally. It's bought legally.
Yeah.
And they're selling it, and then this person was like, "Is there any way I can go about getting that stuff back?" And I think the answer
They were
to
looking
that,
for people who went to Thrift Con.
Yeah.
Like, hey, did you see this stall? Do you know who it was? Can you help me with any information?
Yeah, and I think honestly, I don't think you have much to stand on there because it was purchased legally through one of those auctions.
The best you can do is like throw yourself on their mercy. Like, hey, we didn't know about this.
Right.
That's my mom's stuff. Could we maybe like work out a deal?
Yeah,
that's how I would try to approach it.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break.
Yes, sir.
And when we come back from break, there's a couple more things we want to talk about, including moving out of Florida and moving to different states, because we had a whole BDM thread about people.
Kind of caught fire.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, the song I'm going to play is from the band Picnic at the Cemetery. Did not plan that. Did not plan that. Yeah, the name of the song is Stay Gone. We'll be right back with more on Mediocre Time right after this. Show at TomandDan.com for last minute emails.
Z159 FM.
That is Side Effects with Stacks. Welcome back to Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Ross, you going to be anywhere coming up soon?
You know what? Set the day aside, October 17th, we're doing a What Do You Want From Us Mo Comedy Jam at the Funny Bone. Tickets on sale early next month, but set the day aside.
There you
Awesome. Real quick, and I know I told Mike to call
I
in.
think he just,
okay.
I think that's him. Let's see if... Mike, can you hear us?
Yeah, man, what's going on, guys?
All right, hey.
So Concrete Mike somehow has a grave robbing story.
It's grave robbing time.
This
With
is
Concrete
not
Mike.
something I did.
Okay.
You remember back in the day, I called in on a Weird Job Wednesday, and I was talking about going around the country selling magazines. With that gypsy group.
Can't say that anymore. Yeah.
Oh, Mike can say it.
I can say whatever I want.
I like that. I like that. So so you were selling gypsy magazines.
Well, really, the line is gypsy, I think. Not whatever you want. Because if you go further, we're going to have to distance ourselves. Anyway, so Mike.
What if the gypsies are a bunch of wops?
I was all the way at the point of the magazine adventure. I was all the way in Salt Lake City, Utah, and this story made national news, and it happened to be my group of friends that I ran with up until I had left and went on my adventure, and
Mike, did you learn about it from reading the magazines you were selling?
No. I saw it on the news at the hotel I was staying at, Ross.
So these guys, we all were fond of tripping on acid at the time, taking blotter acid and stuff like that, mescaline.
I just slipped Tom some of that.
So they were all tripping and realized they were out of money and didn't have no money to go buy more acid. And so their best idea that they come up with was to go up to the local graveyard behind our high school and rob the mausoleums and steal all the jewelry and sell it.
Wow. So Reefer Madness was right.
I knew they were right.
I mean, pretty close. Right?
I mean, that's a bullseye.
Yeah.
As I'm sitting in the hotel room watching the news, and then I see pictures of my friends, which made, like I said, it made national news. This is back in the 90s, man. And I was like, are you kidding me? They all did like, I think 4 or 5 years. They all got sentenced to, they sold off. Their plan was to steal the jewelry, sell the jewelry, and buy more acid. Genius plan.
Could you imagine being on acid and then be like, hey, I got an idea. Let's go rob some graves.
You know what's funny is I can't imagine that because I'd have to be on acid to rob a grave.
No, but wouldn't you be scared? It's like, I thought you
No, less scared on acid.
Are you? Alcohol makes you brave.
I am so glad that I was on the road and not running around with them because I probably would have got wrapped up in that same nonsense with them knuckleheads.
Hold on. First, I like
crazy.
I like that you said old school knuckleheads.
Yeah.
Like you're
also, I like your honesty of saying you would have robbed graves.
But again,
well, I mean, I don't know, but I would have been running with them. So
yeah,
I get
it.
Pack
I
mentality,
mean, Patty Hearst became
a
a kidnapper at one point, right?
Everybody who's ever talked to me about like anything that makes you hallucinate, acid, mushrooms, all that.
Salvia.
They always tell me, like, hey, before you do it, make sure you're in a comfortable place, maybe out in nature.
No, not if you do it a lot. The people that do it a lot are so comfortable with it.
The
Satanists at DeLand High, we had a satanic guy at DeLand High, and he only was normal on acid.
Okay, yeah.
So I was so comfortable with tripping on whether it be gel tabs or blotter acid or sugar cubes, any of that. When me and my wife, before we were married, we first got together, she was pregnant, and we were living in downtown Orlando, right off of Church Street. And I still had a couple of hits of acid left that I hadn't taken yet. And I dropped 2 hits and didn't say nothing to my wife. And then we walked downtown to the plaza and went and watched the Saw 3D movie while I was tripping. So you get comfortable with it. Dan's right. If you do it enough, you get comfortable with it.
I knew these people. Like, I've never done acid. But I've had friends in bands when I played music that loved acid, and they would be totally normal on acid, tripping their fucking balls off.
But doesn't it make scary situations more scary? Like I'm saying,
only for people like me.
It's okay. So does it make you more brave?
I have poured concrete on acid. I have gotten into fights on acid with people when I'm having a party at my house.
Can you fuck on acid, Mike? Can you fuck on acid or eat pussy?
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, of course. I'm like, that one, I'm going to
I got to go to his hobby. I got to hit him with his hobby.
Acid, LSD, mescaline, whatever, that does not ruin your boner. Not at all.
That's one way to put it.
It might make her boobs look a different color, and her bush might be moving around because of the hallucinations and stuff. But it doesn't change it.
My wife was just talking about this weekend. The last time I took acid, it was like my kids we had to do back to school shopping.
Yeah.
And I took a half a piece of acid, and we went to go shoe shopping or something for my kids. And I was apparently such a delight. My wife was like, "You should take acid every day."
No, I'm telling you, I'm not kidding you. There was a kid at DeLand High. The Satanists at DeLand High. There was one satanic kid at DeLand High that we knew, and he was crazy. And when he didn't have acid, he was really mean and a real dickhead. His name was Marvin. But when Marvin would take acid and go to band, he was a great musician. He was kind to everybody. He was great.
Yeah.
Man, me and my best friend before he passed 10 years ago, we would drop acid or, like I said, gel tabs, whatever it might be, mushrooms, whatever, and we'd go walk around Walmart at 2:30 in the morning and people watch. Like that was fun too. We'd get a huffer, like a duster for like a computer keyboard.
Yeah.
And we'd huff that duster while we were tripping, walking around Walmart in the middle of the night, just looking at all the weirdos in there.
Well, you're one of two of the weirdos. You see what I'm saying?
No, they're not. Not on acid like that.
You're on acid and you're huffing duster in the parking lot, and they're for sure you're
Well,
just a
in the
weirdo.
store while we're walking around.
They're
in the
just
store.
two gentlemen doing psychedelics and inhalants in
Yeah.
the middle of the night. I'm sure they were perfectly
Yeah,
normal.
We're minding our own business. We weren't bothering nobody.
Yeah, they're just people watching, playing Cruising USA.
Are there a lot of just regular adults that were regular jobs doing acid recreationally? I know mushrooms for
Doc
sure.
Ellis.
Man, I'm gonna be on Wiki Watchy River tomorrow on my paddleboard. If somebody has a hookup, I will easily get it and drop some acid and trip out on the river tomorrow, man.
Okay, you heard it here. You heard it here on Tom and Dan. This is Swap Shop, drug swap shop. Apparently, that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
now.
if you want to sell acid to Concrete Mike, he's
Yeah.
open to
You
it.
know where he'll be.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Mike, for like eight hits of acid, how big of a patio will you lay?
When the first Twister movie came out, me and my buddies, we all dropped 3 hits each and went and sat front row in the
Ride
movie
it
theater
out.
to watch the Twister movie. His sister was sober. She drove the truck. We all rode in the back of the pickup truck. But after we got out of watching that Twister movie, tripping our face off, I couldn't even look at a cloud the same for about 5 months, man. I'll look at it and be like,
Yeah.
looks like it might be a tornado.
Couldn't watch Mad About You either. Helen Hunt was ruined.
Scared of clouds.
Oh, man, I love you. Hey, man, I had the biggest crush on Helen Hunt when I was young.
Me too.
Here's
All right,
Me
good.
too.
I'm good. I'm not the only one.
Mike, we love you, buddy.
Yeah, see ya, Mike. What makes me the most irritated is that a doctor, and I have no idea if this is true, but I would imagine it is.
Why don't you preface with more of that?
A doctor would examine Mike and his body, take a blood test, a physical, and like, yeah, he's good.
Oh, did you see he posted a picture on the BDM page? He looks fine.
And then it's like, yeah, everything's fine. And then it's like, well, hold on. All this living.
Well, dude, Ric Flair.
Ric
Flair.
Yeah, but Rick, well, he's doing rough now.
He's
but
still living hard.
But still.
No, he
I
just
know,
posted.
you're right.
He looked. Did you see his new post?
I know.
He
it's
was
crazy.
rough. I think he posted beginning of this week. He looks fine. He looks just like an old man, sunburnt old man.
Dealt a deck of cards and you're living with that one.
Listen, I've seen it myself. Rats can look real healthy.
That's true. That's true.
All right. So, moving out of Florida. So, we talked to, was it our conversation with his show is tonight?
Jordan Foley.
Jordan Foley.
Yeah, Jordan Foley's going to be at Will's tonight. I don't know if they scoop up a ticket if I'm going to be there. Scoop up a ticket if you want to go say goodbye to him. He's doing his farewell show tonight at Will's Pub. I think it's like 6:30, 7:30, something like that.
Yeah.
But he will be moving to a little town right outside of Nashville, Tennessee.
And we got into a conversation about moving out of the state, and there's been a lot of people moving out of the state of Florida, and it's just record high costs here. It's so expensive to live here compared to other places. And then if you start looking at, because I had the same theory with just like
but you can't get porn on the internet.
What?
Shit. Never mind. That's on your side.
So it's
You can't get porn on the internet in a lot of states.
I've made this argument with Miami.
Sometimes
too.
my Surfshark AutoConnect will go to a state that still has the same band we have, and there's a bunch of them.
Oh yeah, no, you have to go out of the country.
Yeah, you got to go
now,
way out.
They're freer than us.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
Nah, some scumbag on the Reddit posted a website that works.
Oh yeah,
doing
he
just
did.
fine over here on the free side of it.
He did.
So, and I've said this argument about Miami, where like a lot of people, if we're living in Miami, because Miami is more expensive than Central Florida. You know, there's more expensive parts of Florida, but in Florida in general is like one of the most expensive states you can live in. But with living down there, I was like, well, if you're not going out, fishing next to the Gulf Stream or enjoying like Miami clubs, and you're just living in a suburban community, going to Publix and doing your job. Why the hell are you paying so much to live in this particular area when you could live in a cheaper area? And then a lot of times like your job and family dictate where you live, and that's for the most
called
part
being trapped.
But there are lots of people that their job or family doesn't dictate where they live, and they are living in an expensive part of the country and just living the normal, I call it the normal American where you just live in a 3-2 house with your family. Yeah. Your kids go to school. You work at a job that's probably 5 miles from your house, 5 to 10 miles, and then you go to the grocery store. You go to the movies.
You take your prescription.
You go to all.
Fuck your wife once every 2 months.
Yeah, you go to Chick-fil-A. Yeah, you're doing the standard.
So being a normal American person, what did you call that again?
What do you mean?
You called it the normal American.
And then there's no reason that you're living in Florida. Like, when's the last time you went to the beach? Like, most people don't go to the beach that often. Like, you're like, oh, shit, I haven't been to the beach in 3 years. Or, like, I go once a year.
Yeah, I haven't been this year.
And then it's like, well, then you can go once a year on vacation and live in a cheaper place. Again, if your family or job doesn't dictate where you live. But it's the pain in the ass of moving to a different state, how scary that is. You're just used to it.
You're kind of starting over.
You grew up in Miami, though. You went to high school in Miami. That's like in the country. That's what, like, the third or fourth market in the country. It's like a big, expensive city. You don't understand that, like, down the curve, places that are cheaper to live fucking suck. Like, the farther you go away from how much it costs to live in Miami, the worse it fucking sucks. For example, I will give you the name LaGrange, Georgia, where I went to high school and grew up. Cost of living, you could probably buy if I could sell my house, Florida market price, I could go buy 3 or 4 houses in LaGrange, Georgia. Why? Fucking sucks to live there.
You're right.
No, but do you think a lot of people romanticize those areas just because they don't understand the isolation and lack of things to do?
Yeah, they don't have the experience of having lived anywhere else.
Right.
Yeah,
so you look at like a slower place, you're like, well, I want the slower pace. Well, you think you want the slower pace.
You're fine with it because that's all you've ever experienced in your life, but like give you a taste of city life. Like we would drive, for example, Tom, 40 minutes to go to Columbus, Georgia. That was the big city that we would drive nearly an hour to get to and like get comic books and shit.
No, I understand. Yeah, living
the metropolis of Columbus.
Columbus, Georgia was the big city.
Super small towns, like, yeah, that is a different way of life. But I'm just saying a different state in the same, you could have the same type of things that you do around you, and then it'd be way cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Like, because most people are just doing the same shit and living the normal American.
I disagree. I've seen them Miami beaches and I've seen them Cocoa Beach beaches, and they're different. They are very different.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is no one's even going to the beach.
Per square inch.
Yes.
That's
in
true.
Miami.
It's a spicier beach.
Blows it out of the water.
For sure.
I grew up in Miami. I went to the beach as like an average Floridian who, you know what I'm saying? He took the Metro Rail, which is like something we don't like, but it wasn't, I was doing
what you're describing sounds awesome.
But that was once every year or something. I was doing the same shit everybody did in Florida, where you just grew up in a house, you went to school, and you just went to the places around in your neighborhood. You weren't doing any Miami shit. I wasn't going to the fucking Miami clubs. No one's using where we live as an advantage. We're just doing the standard American.
And that's because you were poor, and that is a very close simulacrum to living in a shitty place where it's cheap to live.
No.
From the chat room, they say, problem is, Tom, that in those areas the salaries are shit low. That's why it's cheap.
That's true, but it is.
I think what you're kind of framing is somebody that could work remote for the same amount of money. Why they wouldn't leave?
But even with the cheaper salaries, you still can get more, because why we're so expensive is the weather, obviously, but also the access to beaches, the things in Florida that we can do. Most people aren't even doing those things. So that's the same argument with some of my friends and living in Miami. I was like, well, why are you living here? Like, a lot of them is just your family and your friends are there. But
it's just what you do.
Outside of that, like my, Daisy, they moved to Georgia. So my niece Daisy, Timmy's daughter, lives in Georgia now because it's way cheaper.
It is way cheaper.
Because they were just living, like the difference in price, like they can actually buy a house as opposed to a condo that they lived in Miami. And then it's like, and that was as expensive as the house in Georgia. And they were living the standard American life where everybody's struggling. You're working a job. Right. Yes, you do get paid less and there's less opportunity for work. Well, depending on where though. You live in Atlanta. Atlanta's cheaper than Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's still expensive.
Dude, I don't
though.
know about that.
There's different
Atlanta's
portions.
really expensive.
Yeah, Atlanta is very expensive.
Really expensive.
But as far as houses go, I think the Miami housing market is more expensive than now. It depends on where, and it's all micro.
I think it could almost be
environments.
comparable, just based on salary.
But it's that people are living places for no particular reason. And that's causing them to realize, like, hey, why don't I move out of here?
Well, I think it's remote work. I think that's where all of that. That's why I think the BDM thread just exploded. Is because most people in there that were talking about it or even questioning it, I think have jobs where whatever they're doing with whatever company they're getting, they have a set salary, and it doesn't really matter where they go.
Yes. Now, some remote work will they'll adjust your salary when you move to a less expensive state.
Yes, indeed.
But then you just don't know.
You just VPN.
Yeah,
Surfshark.
yeah,
You just
yeah,
Surfshark
yeah.
that shit.
But also, it's just if you're not utilizing, like, think
Or like
about,
for Jordan Foley, he probably travels. So like where he lives necessarily probably doesn't matter. So small town
getting out
outside
his
Nashville.
makes sense because getting
He's
out
getting
of Florida
closer
for for a singer, like
Yeah.
I mean, getting out of Florida just to get into Georgia takes forever. So you might as well be way up further into like the hub. That way you can like just kind of branch out from there.
And then while you're moving, why not Nashville?
Right.
Yep.
Right. I mean, it's a music hub, not only for like country music, but just music in general.
But if you ask a lot of people, why do you live in Florida? Like outside of, they're like, oh, Florida, the beaches, the weather, the springs, all the outdoor activities and stuff. And then you're like, these people aren't, no one's doing anything. Well, you know what I'm saying? They're not enjoying Florida. So then it's like, why do I live here?
All of this to say that you're enjoying Florida? Is that what we're doing?
No. I'm just asking why. Is there another reason?
If
that
nobody's
people are
going
here?
to the Springs, why did they have to install that new system?
I was
where you
thinking
have to,
about
like,
that.
No,
go- yeah.
I know, but like, how many people are you? Like, that's a small
Thousands
portion.
every day.
Yeah. All right, I
Chat
could be wrong.
room. We have an Atlanta person in the chat room. Hello, Atlanta, born and raised here. From the West Coast. I think they're saying Texas is more affordable. Are you saying than Atlanta? Wow. I mean, that would be. I mean, I wouldn't have thought that. You know,
With Texas more what?
I think he's saying that Texas is more affordable. To move to Texas would be more affordable than to move to Atlanta.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, but it depends. Houston, Texas, the parts of that insane more expensive than places in Miami. It's all there's micro, neighborhoods in every place that are super expensive, and anytime you get
like
out,
Austin.
there's
good luck.
You know, if you go to a more rural parts of Florida, like it is less expensive. But still, if you're living in a rural area of Florida, and you're not utilizing anything Florida has to offer, why not live in a cheaper place? You know,
Maybe you just like it. I mean, I think a lot of people just stop with weather. I think seriously, I don't think they even care. I don't even need to go to the beach. You know, I just like the weather here, and I enjoy the fact that it's sunny most of the time, and I can be outside most of the time.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even go outside. That's what I'm saying. They don't even utilize our weather.
This person that you're describing might as well be in the fucking Matrix. They don't do shit. They're not going outside.
Most people
They're not
don't
going
do
to
shit.
Springs.
Yeah, they're just inside their air-conditioned house. It's like, well, why don't you live in a cheaper place?
And then taxes, we didn't even touch on that, but that'll probably change at some point too.
Yeah.
What I wonder about, Tom, is what are all these people like, at 9 a.m. every day, there's a guy who's driving from Sanford to Kissimmee for work. Then there's a guy driving from Kissimmee to Sanford for work, too. They should switch houses.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's who
commute-
should
Like
switch
King of the
houses.
Hill.
Goddamn.
Did that happen in King
He
of the Hill?
let the guy from like Korea stay at his house, and then he went to Korea.
Oh, the new ones?
In the
I
new
haven't
ones,
seen the new
yeah,
ones
that's
yet.
the whole sort of the whole
Okay.
premise.
I haven't
of
seen the
that.
new ones
Yeah,
Yeah, I think most people just do what they have been doing.
Most people live where they've always lived.
And
Yeah,
they
I
don't
agree
even
with
think about
They
it.
move within like 20 miles if they move.
Well, thinking
Yeah.
about it's scary. You could
Yeah.
have just stopped right there.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
starting over is hard.
Well, I'm trying to urge people to think about it. Like, do I utilize the place I live in to fullest extent, or am I just going to store and going back to my house and living this life? And it's like, well, why can't I do this in another place?
Everybody go to the beach this weekend or get the fuck out of Florida.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
hearing.
don't even
Yeah.
want them to go to beach. I don't want it to be overcrowded. I want our listeners to live their lives and or just
Just go to stores and don't complain about it.
or ask themselves, am I utilizing the place I live?
I don't think most people are.
If there was like, I don't know, if there's somebody had a power over you and they said, listen, I'm going to kill your kids unless you move out of Florida.
Whoa.
Do you have a destination where you would move to?
I mean, there's tons of places that are awesome. You know,
you have to pick one in the next 5 seconds.
Well, the first place I think most listeners, and myself included, would say is probably Colorado, since you spend a lot of time out there.
Yeah, but I only go there because it's a free place to stay. Like, people are like, "Oh, you love Colorado." I'm like, "I love free." Like, my father-in-law has a house I get to stay in for free. That's why we go here a lot, and that's the only reason. It's like Jeff Howell going skiing with his brother's place or wherever.
But I think you can be happy anywhere. Like Jackie, who used to live
I would
around
be
here,
miserable most
well,
places.
she moved to Detroit.
That's true.
And I don't think most people would think that when Mickey and Jackie moved there that we're like, oh, you're moving to Detroit? I think under their breath, most people were like, what? But they seem like
love
literally
it
in love.
Every time I talk to them, they love it there, and they're doing all kinds of crazy
I think
shit.
you can be happy
utilizing the place you live in.
They are. The only place I've ever lived where I could see myself moving back to is Athens, Georgia.
Oh, Athens is really
It's a
nice,
great
though.
little town.
It's
Like
cool.
it's not as big as Orlando. We'd definitely be cutting
It's
back
small.
on some things.
It's small.
But I loved Athens. It was a good little spot.
Beautiful. Very, very pretty. You got any other place you'd live?
No,
Off the top of your dome?
I'd live anywhere. Because
have your kids ever brought it up, or your wife, or anybody?
No, because the problem is, just like everybody, for the most part, we're anchored to our
Live where you are.
family, our family and friends. That so if we moved away, we'd be moving away from our family and friends. That
I'd have to find a new weed guy.
And you
No,
never.
Maisie says Georgia all the time.
Oh, yeah?
Like, and it's weird because I don't even say that. Like, I love going there, but I don't really, it's not feasible. I don't even think about like moving, but she's constantly saying, oh man, I want to live here. I'd love to live here. I'm like, okay.
She only knows it from vacation.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And she's 11. You know, what does she know? Fucking idiot.
Let's.
You want to do a couple voicemails and get out of here?
Yeah.
Maybe do like one or two,
yeah.
just so we can like keep them down
Tom,
a little bit.
How long do you think it takes to knock down a house?
Ooh, let's talk about that instead. Yeah, let's do that.
This will be quick.
Your neighbor is knocking his house down.
Not Rat House, but the house on the other side of me. It's been for sale for like years because there's like 8 grandkids involved, and they had the price set way too high. But somebody finally met a price where they would sell it, and somebody bought it. And like, I don't know, a month ago, the power company came, cut off the power. And then water came and put up a temporary water spigot in the front yard about a month ago. And then a guy yesterday, 2 days ago, they came and dropped off a fucking big like front end scooper, but with the claw mouth, you know?
Oh, the cruncher.
Yeah, big cruncher on it. And
excavator, what is it called?
yeah, it'd be like an excavator, but like with the claw arm.
The one
And
that
then
the one that they use at monster
The
truck
grabber.
rallies to move RVs around.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
that
yeah,
thing's
yeah.
fucking. I want one of those. That thing's fucking awesome.
So they dropped one of those off, and then yesterday the guy started demoing the house. And what they do, he takes that arm, makes the grabber thing into a fist, and just starts punching in the roof, dude.
How fun is that job?
Just, dude, you know, it's my northern exposure, my house, which we have like really good windows. So I just opened up all the curtains, and me and my kids just sit there and watched it happen.
Oh, I go out there in the front yard with a
Too
lawn
dusty.
chair.
Too dusty.
Yeah.
It was very dusty. And this is in my neighborhood, surprisingly a fly-by-night kind of operation where you're supposed to have water remediation on any kind of demo site where you're spraying water over it to keep the dust down.
Yep.
They tied a hose to the fence and turn it on.
Yeah.
Just enough. It's called the just enough.
Yeah, that complies to the county ordinance.
It doesn't at all.
Yeah,
but
his wife
I
would know
think-
that. His
I think
wife actually does that for a fucking living,
I
right?
think they made them think they were doing something. or
Yeah,
whatever.
they're like, oh shit, engineer across the street, put up the hose.
No, they took the mechanical fist and started punching in the roof, right? And then once he got the roof nice and mashed in, he started using the grabber to grab pieces of the wall, and he just wiggle them back and forth until he knocked them down. And then once you get like one wall done, he just wheeled right up into the middle of the house, started tearing out interior walls, knocking down exterior walls. And when it started, I texted Bart. I was like, hey, they're knocking down the house next door. And when it ended, I texted them, hey, they're done. 58 minutes.
No shit. Knocked it all down.
Yeah, dude.
I guess it doesn't take that long to knock down, like, what is like a 3-2 standard?
Hurricanes are pussies is what I came away from this with. Like, this dude with a thing in fucking 1 hour knocked this whole house down. Hurricane. This
Did he look to have a
since the 1950s.
Did he look to have a system? Like, did he look like he knows exactly where you got to punch the roof, then you grab the sides, then you get in the center, then you swirl around?
He wasn't like in a rush or nothing, but he definitely had a system, and it was punching the roof, get that first wall down, get inside the middle there, and just drag it all in. Little bit of like mouth crunching with the arm thing. You know, he like every once in a while he get a big scoop off the ground and just munch it up.
Oh, but that's so fun.
You know, usually they'll leave up one wall because it is cheaper to.
You get a tax spread. It's like 75% of the walls have to stay up.
I didn't know that.
That's why they left up Rat House.
Yeah.
Because like Rat House was like an obvious tear down, and I still don't know how people live in it. But the guy didn't tear it down because of the tax thing. He tore down it was like 25% of the back wall. He tore down exactly enough that he left up the right amount of walls.
Then they gut it, redo it, and then slap people inside.
Yeah, it's more.
That's crazy.
Sort of gutted it. Like, you know, you remember famously there was like 4 feet of bees between the ceiling and
I
the
remember
roof.
the wall of bees.
They never got into that roof at all. There's still beehives up there for sure. Like, that's just like what I know from the outside.
Entombed.
Yeah, but they tore that motherfucker down.
You know what's weird? And I see this on my drive every day to work down Lakemont, which is a local street here. And it's
a mixture, that's for sure.
They knock down houses, and I've seen in the past 10 years like probably a dozen of these pop up where they'll. It started with like vacant lands, and then they'll build like a McMansion. They all look the same. They're like a big two-story square, and they basically take up the entire lot. And maybe they'll put like a mini
It's a zero lot line scenario. Yeah.
And it's like a little McMansion, and they're building them. And I'm like, it's weird to want to live. I mean, they're nice McMansions, but when you're next door to a bunch of like flat roof Florida housing,
old Florida houses,
where you're like this weird McMansion that sticks out, and everybody around you is old Florida houses, that the desire to live that way, in that I guess is maybe their only option.
What's for space, because these are bigger families that live in the lots are a lot smaller.
Yeah.
And that old Florida house doesn't have enough, like, as much of a footprint. So they build it up, and they've gotten good at it, right? Like, they know exactly how to do it. You know, they're all like Miranda or Mercedes or some sort of bullshit.
It just looks so different.
Yeah.
That it's weird for me because
You remember my old house? Like, surrounded by those. I mean, my old house behind Park Ave CDs is old Florida house, little military housing from when this was a naval base.
Yeah.
And then every house around it is the square you're talking. Everyone around it.
Really?
And it
now,
looks crazy.
Yeah.
You're right. It looks, and I don't understand why you would want it.
Well,
because it takes up a lot of the yard too.
At least if all the other houses, like these, are just like it's one every dozen or so houses down the line.
I know what you're
like
talking about.
Big McMansion, and then a bunch of there's still like guys with carports that have gym equipment in their carport.
Oh yeah,
like that's your neighbor. Yeah.
I gotta work out pergola.
And it's
I park my muscles there.
We assumed it was somebody because this lot is a double lot. It's like the only double lot on the street. We assumed somebody was going to tear it down, and because the house was. Nobody was ever going to live in there.
Yeah.
Like Henry and Major were the last people who were ever going to live in that house, and they both died years ago.
Oh,
so,
God bless them.
We knew it was going to get torn down at some point, but we figured they were going to put up probably like multifamily housing, maybe 2 units, maybe 4 units. Who knows? Whatever the most condos they could squeeze into there.
Yeah.
But when they knocked it down. That night, a dude in a real nice Volkswagen GTI with like super fancy rims rolled up into the parking lot and got out. It was like a I don't know, a 65-year-old dude, pink sneakers, jeans, real nice blazer, young wife, and they got out and started taking pictures of the rubble. So now we're wondering, like, is somebody going to build a little McMansion there or something?
Probably.
That's become a thing, and I imagine that we're 50 years away from most of like Winter Park and just becoming all McMansions, right? Like eventually,
and then we'll tear those down for laser mansions.
yeah.
But and then next door is me in my 1950s house with the built-out garage and our fucking overgrown fire pit and the workout pergola in the backyard.
Yeah.
Who's gonna build a big mansion next to that shit?
No, I know. You
gotta hold fast.
Well, that's the stupid thing about all future movies, is that you realize you're like, oh, like my house I live in was built 58 years ago. And it's probably going to be here like this another 50 years before it turns into something else. Like, and it's going to be so long before you individually transform.
Like, how old do you think my house is?
Anything like, oh, your house currently is like 2004, right?
It's 21 years old.
Yeah. but it's like that house is gonna be the same for the next 80 years.
Yeah, unless the arachnids attack.
It's like nothing changed. Like we're just gonna have a better Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? And then chips in our head and shit. Like
I'm not getting no chip.
The structure,
Corn chips, potato chips.
the structure of everything's gonna look fucking the same 100 years from now, for the most part. Like we're gonna drive around here and it's gonna be basically look the same.
You know, what I thought would be big is those 3D printed houses where it looks like they're pooping doo doo out to make the walls.
Yeah.
I always thought I'd have a pooping doo doo wall house.
But it was like all this structure's already built. Like, you know, they'll build some McMansions here and there, but for the most part, like this shit is going to remain the same. It's going to look like even in our own lifetime. You know, I know they've developed certain fucking farmlands and shit, and like, oh yeah, 436 used to be all farmland. I get it. But I'm
a
saying
caring thing to say.
100 years from now, we're gonna be driving to the airport. It's like same shit.
I like Tom in 1926 would be railing about how in 2026 they'll still be using horses. Look at all the barns we got built
No
around
technology
here. Look at all the guys making their money off of hay. We're not getting rid of horses
And
anytime
nobody's
soon.
utilizing the beaches. What the fuck?
Nothing's gonna change. No one does shit.
That's the name of the show. Nothing's gonna change. No one does shit. That's the name. Anything to plug before we get out of here? Let's get out of here.
No, we got some, you know, we'll announce first to the BDMs, some of the stuff. We got some news on an event. We'll talk to the BDMs on Monday.
BDMs only, yeah.
But we'll let them know first and kind of give you
Does this event happen at sea?
Well, there's a couple
it's two
things.
events. We have something that may happen at sea, and we have another event that we told you may or may not happen, and we have to break that news.
But decidedly land based for the second event.
Yeah.
So,
and it includes beers and stuff.
That'll be on Monday's BDM show. You can sign up at tomandan.com.
Oh, I think everybody's going to be at Monday's BDM for a show for the Time Life Mysteries reveal.
Yeah, the living frog is still blowing my fucking mind because I don't know that.
Dude.
I don't know that one.
Dude, the Warner Brothers thing is based on it. You know how they find the frog in the building?
Michigan J.
It's based on that story.
Blowing my mind already,
Dude,
and we're not
go
even
into the weekend.
we're not even into the book yet. Okay, that's something to look forward to.
I always thought Michigan J frog was. I'm like, that's a dirty motherfucking frog.
Yeah, he's a pervert.
Yeah, that guy.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my. He's like, let me eat your pussy.
And he's racist and sexist. I know it.
Hey there, toots.